Hello stock stalkers, welcome back and wishing you all a happy weekend. Our markets for the last 4 weeks are under pressure. We are seeing it's been printing red candles. But as you all know, our support zone is still in play. Market is respecting this zone. Last week, market took a dip till about 4,972. It clearly means market went below 5,000 points. Hit the like button guys if you are watching my analysis regularly and you have marked these zones and you are watching the price action, how market is reacting at these zones. So on the weekly chart, definitely market is looking bit weaker. Right at this zone I had mentioned that market is looking weaker and there are very good chances of correction as this is a strong resistance area. Just in case if you have missed my earlier video when I had given you a heads up, I will provide an iCard right at the top. Do watch that video. It will help you to understand how the price action works in the market. Looking at the current scenario, we can clearly see this zone is respected. We are not seeing a solid candle close below this zone, that is 5,115 points. Yes, market pierced through this zone but it was not able to close. We saw some recovery coming in. For the last 4 weeks, market is continuously declining. So the question is, will we see a recovery from here or more downside is expected? Well, as I had mentioned earlier itself, I am personally seeing market to go around 4,500 to 4,800 points. Yes, it's a pain, it can dive down and then possibly a recovery is expected. Overall trend is still to the upside. We are seeing aggressive selling pressure or a correction that is due to so many factors. We know trade war that is going on, geopolitical scenarios, and obviously the recession fear. So all these factors are affecting the markets. Not only our markets are affected, international markets are also under pressure. By the way, in Friday's session, we saw USA market closed very positive. We are seeing good recovery in international markets. Our market can also print a green candle. The million-dollar question is, will this recovery sustain or we will see another leg to the downside? Let's go down to daily chart. Before I drop down, definitely we are seeing weakness and selling pressure on the weekly chart. So if I go down to daily, we can see a short recovery is already in process. After this massive drop to the downside, we saw 2 green candles, and now with this red candle that it printed in Friday's session, there are very good chances we may see another drop to the downside. This is scenario 1 that I am going with. In case if at all market goes sideways, also from here it will be still considered negative. There are chances we may see a drop. However, on the positive side, if at all we are seeing some recovery or a bounce as we are seeing in international markets, then there are chances market may climb up. This is strong resistance, that is 5,226 points. If at all market climbs up from here, goes sideways, again it will be negative. There are chances we may see a drop. I personally think there is one more leg remaining to the downside. It may hit 4,800 or it can even go deeper and then possibly a recovery will be expected. This is my view and this is negative. On the positive side, if at all we can see a solid candle close above 5,296 points, then we will consider market is again in bullish territory. There are very good chances from here it will again try to make a new high. But for that, it has to cross and close above 2 important resistance area. First one is 5,226. If at all it climbs up, gets rejected, it will be negative. Second one is right here, that is 5,296 points. So till the time both these zones are not cleared, we cannot consider DFM market index to be in positive. There will be always a possibility that any resistance will act as a strong supply area and we can expect a drop to the downside. So even on the daily chart, we can clearly see right from the resistance zone, it's been making lower lows and lower highs. Last week we saw a major drop. I think most likely market will visit this zone, that is around 4,900, and this will be our deciding point. If at all it's taking a bounce and it's starting to make higher highs from here, or if at all it's going sideways and making another drop. So this area will be very crucial. Well, obviously we all hope, including me, that market does not drop this low. I want to see market going up and starting a new trend or continuation of the trend to the upside. This is the weekly chart of ADX market index, that is Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange. This one is looking more weaker to me. We can see similar kind of scenario for the last 4 weeks. It's just going down. It's under selling pressure. In Friday's session or last week, we saw massive drop to the downside till about 9,200 points. So this is very negative. And from here, we are seeing a recovery. It has closed above support zones, that is 9,418. Let's discuss that in detail. So if at all you have marked this on your charts, you definitely know 9,404 point is support zone. This was also broken. And then we had next support at 9,352. This was also not supported. We saw a breakthrough. And then this was our support area, that is 9,245 points. So last week, if I have to calculate, market dropped aggressively right from this area till about this zone. Then we can see more than 2.5% drop was seen last week itself. So from here, what we can see, first support zone, it's respecting also. Market could not close below the support zones. So definitely we can see selling pressure, but somehow we are seeing recovery and it has closed above support zone. So we consider market is gaining some momentum. It is respecting support zones, yet not bullish. Clearly we can see after this move to the upside, a consolidation phase that I had mentioned, there are very good chances it may act as a support because these are the block orders in the market. And from here we saw a nice breakout. 9,653 is resistance. From here we are seeing a drop. So this area is supply. As of now, we can see ADX market is under pressure on the weekly chart. Let's go down to daily and see how the chart is looking, whether there are any hopes. Well, in Friday's session, DFM market index closed negative, but ADX market closed positive, that is green. Is this good, or is this giving us any indication that we are going up from here? To be very honest, I don't see this as positive. It's just a pause candle. In Thursday's session, it printed a very negative candle. In Friday's session, it has survived. From here, I think if at all it goes sideways, it will be again going for a big drop to the downside. Most likely it may visit this zone again between 9,245 to 9,200 points. This is scenario 1, and this is what my vision is as of now for this market. On the positive side, if at all it goes sideways and it breaks above this zone, that is 9,563, we should consider this to be positive, as this is a strong resistance area. Previously, we know right here market was accumulating. It went sideways before a breakout. This was the accumulation zone. After the breakout, it came down. It respected this zone and made a new high from here. And when it came back for a retest, again we are seeing nice bounce up. But lately what we saw is aggressive break to the downside. Market did not respect this zone. So definitely we are looking closer into this zone. This is important support and resistance for the market. There are very good chances if at all it travels directly from here, it will get rejected and make a new low. However, in a positive situation, if at all it accumulates here or goes slowly and steadily to the upside, then most likely this resistance will be broken. In this scenario, we should consider ADX market to be positive. But till the time it is below this zone market on your charts, 9,563 is hurdle. It will be a tough nut to break. So from here, if at all it goes sideways, it will be considered negative. From here, it can continue downside, making slowly and steadily low or downside momentums. In both the scenarios, this is negative. Positive scenario is only when we see a breakout above this zone. Yes, there are chances in both our markets, that is in DFM and ADX, we may see a green candle close. This will just be a short recovery. This will be just a quick entry and exit strategy that I have been recommending to my members. By the way, if at all you are interested to join my YouTube membership, you may scan the QR code. Link is also provided in the description. So overall, ADX market is also looking negative. I personally think more downside is expected, whether it goes sideways or a little up and then comes down. In both the scenarios, it's negative for me. One of the stock that was very dead has started to gain some momentum. I'm talking about Space 42 that was earlier called Bayanat. Many of us burned our hands. Check this out. It's in a strong downtrend. Previously this was the peak of this stock around 6.24. So from here it started to drop aggressively. Almost all green candles. It's been making lower lows and lower highs. I have been updating you. This trend line is acting as a resistance. As you can see, whenever price was trying for a breakout, it gets rejected. This was also the attempt. It got rejected. It came down. Similarly, recent attempt was right here. It was successful but not able to sustain. And this was again the same scenario. It broke out with indecisive candle. We did not see it sustaining. And then again, check this out. When it broke this resistance or the trend line, we are seeing a solid decisive candle clearly indicating support is taken out. It's no more acting as a support, whereas previously we saw a minor bounce, that too with a red candle which was not very concrete, which was not very strong. However, from here we are seeing aggressive drop to the downside. Lately we are seeing that it's been gaining momentum. For the last 3 to 4 days it's been printing green candles. If I go down to 1 hour chart, clearly we can see nice bullish price action. It's been making higher highs and higher lows. This is looking bullish to me. There are good chances we may see a trend reversal. First thing first, if at all I have to mark my trend line like this, right from the bottom till this support zone, then we can see a nice price action is unfolding. There are very good chances it may try to visit this zone to take a bounce. Again, it will be coinciding with two important support zones. First one is 1.59, that is this white line. Second is this trend line. We can see previously also it was acting as a support. So if it comes down into this zone, this would be considered as buying opportunity. We can add some quantities here. Again, when it goes up, when it breaks the high, we can add more quantities. There are very good chances it may start upside momentum and it will give us good buying opportunities. It can give us good gains. Overall, Space 42 is still in a downtrend, mind you. If I go up to the daily chart, we can clearly see this trend line is still not taken out. Price is still below this trend line. So let it climb slowly and steadily upside. When it breaks this resistance, we will consider it. Now it's starting a trend. But this zone is for early bird entry. If at all you want to add some quantities and hold it, you want to take a chance, Space 42 is looking very promising because after a strong decline to the downside right from the top around here, it's now showing signs of reversal, and this should be considered as buying opportunity or early bird entry advantage. So guys, this was the update. Hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Keep stalking.